Welcome to a very important light-angled productivity meeting. It's paramount we listen up. We need to keep the trajectory climbing with no excuses. We need to drive those metrics up at all costs and show our shareholders we're not just growing, we're dominating every quarter. Let's leverage the algorithm, optimize engagement metrics, monetize content through a hybrid model, diversify revenue channels, integrate microtransactions and premium content tiers, and most importantly, flood the zone. If we need to kill grandmas to get that internet money, we will do just that. Here is Guy, from With Guy with more to say on growth.
We're feeling good. We're feeling good. We're gonna have to have a serious talk though, us, you and I. Gotta break the fourth wall. Oh, that's good. Watermelon. I didn't mean to just do that voice with watermelon. Watermelon. Hey, Buster. That guy. It's watermelon lime. Let's get serious. I have found myself being a little snippy, a little defensive with certain comments regarding all of this. And I just want to clear the air on some things. Give a little background. And I'm going to start from the beginning. So if you're in this category of people that has offered me suggestions on how to get popular, get subs, get followers, please wait till the end before you react. Okay, so let me give you a little background. 2019, I started gaming. I got into a video game called Destiny 2. This was completely foreign to me. I had been a drug addict in the 2000s and too broke for a game console and a TV. 2019, I had this little house and I had to work overtime. I saved up, I got a TV, I got a game console. I wanted to experience, I didn't want technology to leave me in the dust entirely. As a broke groundskeeper, I wanted to dip in. I think I appreciate technology. Hipsters will always be looking back in time like, I listen to 30s jazz and I love the art of Salvador Dali, and, which I do, but we live in the moment, you know? So my whole thing is like, I appreciate being in the moment and I want to know what's cool now, right? Also, I grew up in a time where you didn't have the option to make videos. Like only people in Hollywood made videos. So anyway, I get into gaming, this game, Destiny, and I'm at work. Dude, it is so fucking hard for me. I mean, it was like learning a foreign language. I literally said like, I'm gonna spend a year. I dedicated my whole hobby interest into learning how to play this game, which led me to a podcast, which was about this game. And I joined their Patreon, which I had never heard of, which gave me access to a Discord channel, which I had never heard of. So I got in Discord and Patreon back in 2019, and I started watching YouTubers then, you know, with the gaming, because it's part of the culture. You watch video games. You watch gamers play. The games are so hard now, you have to watch videos. Like, if you're me, especially back then. And it's just each one of these things is its own little culture kind of, right? But for me, an old guy that didn't know anything about any of this before, it was new and it was awesome. And so I started watching these YouTubers and I started kicking around the idea of like becoming a YouTuber or like making YouTube videos, utilizing the technology, making videos, you know, back then. I say all that to say that like, for those of you watching right now, you most likely saw me evolve on Instagram the last 6 months where I taught myself how to do what I do, which it might not look like much. I know you can recognize that it's cool and it's definitely been, you know, I cannot express like how much work has gone into it. And it wasn't like I just learned editing. What I'm trying to tell you is that I've been ingesting how to become a YouTuber content for years. And if you can see how much goes into, or what would be required for someone to become this good at editing videos on their phone and making a YouTube channel, like, it's a lot. So I know more than you do, is what I'm trying to say. I am an actual content creator. And I say that because I get comments from people that are like, dude, you gotta make the algorithm work for you, man. I can show you how to get likes and subs. And it's from people that have done work or taken some sort of marketing class that their work made them take because they're marketing online, you know, or it's part of their business is to like sell merch online, you know, so they have a cursory understanding of how to make a product go viral. That's what they're talking about, right? I think it'll be helpful if I show you some clips of like what I've been ingesting.
That has gained over 3 million subscribers, posting the dumbest, most brain rot videos I've ever seen, and how I plan to double the amount of money we make stealing this strategy. But as I continued down the brain rot rabbit hole, I found this channel, 2.4 million subscribers, doing the same thing with just a different product and different genius style of video, which we'll be replicating to reach that 100,000.
I'm gonna just tell you straight up. This with Guy, the whole thing, this is never gonna get popular on YouTube. Just so you know. Like, I'm aware of that. I have been aware of this the whole time. It's been a for funsies show. So there's a lot of reasons for that. So this is here for in the future, okay? This channel with Guy, Light Angle Productions, it is never going to get popular on YouTube. And it's not a self-defeating, limiting belief. I know what needs to happen in order to become successful on YouTube. And it's not this. And that's why I've been doing it. Everything you've seen, it's refreshing. And for those of you that followed me here, you made a good choice. This is good content. You happen to know me, so that might be kind of, it blurs it a little bit. It is unfortunate that people who don't know me won't watch this because it is good, but it's a flash in the pan. And I've known that from the beginning, and I don't want to compromise the creation. This is just an art. You're watching digital art, and the brand or the merchandise that people suggest to me how to go viral or get likes or subs on, it's me. It's my heart. Like, you guys know that. You've been watching that. That's what makes this special. It won't keep continuing though, because I can't, this is a byproduct of a chapter of my life that is not sustainable. And these creative, I had it when I started writing songs, which most of you probably didn't hear that, but I'm telling you, I got good. I spent 10,000 hours literally, and by the end of it, I was good. And when I listened to the songs at the beginning, they're not listenable to other people. But I love the heart that was in it then, you know, and that's what this is. And it'll get more listenable later for other people. But right now, I'm sharing with you something special. That's what this is. There's a lot of reasons this won't work. You need to have an audience.
The most important factor for winning on YouTube is making videos for a super precise audience profile.
Right? There is no audience yet. These are all things that I was drawing you in as like a 5-year plan. I'm letting you know, I know how to get successful on YouTube. I didn't just teach myself video editing out of nowhere and only learn how to edit on the app. I've been studying some shit just as vigorously as required. Well, I taught myself that, but I've been teaching myself a lot more, and being successful on YouTube is one of them. The whole manifestation of this was for me being disgusted by what I've been seeing online, on social media and in the culture, and knowing how to offer something different and learning how to do it. That's what this is. Now, I do want some of that internet money. You guys are shareholders, and I'm telling you, we're gonna get money, but it's not gonna be here. We're gonna start other channels because I need to have an audience. That's one. I need to have a template for the YouTube videos. There's lots of things. I've got it all. It's all, trust me, I don't have the capacity to make it happen yet. And also, I'm riding this creative wave until the wheels fall off. And it probably doesn't have much longer, honestly. So it'll continue to get good for you. But right now, it needs to be good for me. Because this is my therapy, you know? This is how I'm surviving this fucked up time that I'm living right now. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Like, you don't need to tell me that how to get likes or subs, because we're not doing that. Like, okay, I do want to fucking pick at you a little bit though. I need to show you some reels and videos that are in my feed and have been for the last 2 years.
And building a presence online. Ideally, I could get AI to do this for me so I don't have to do it myself. I can use Jasper AI for writing blogs, social content, and ad copy. I can use Synthesia and video.
AI creator made with Falca Cut, and the setting spray is seriously awesome. Go add it to your cart now.
Clip is a smart video tool that turns long videos into
Just look at how much content is published on each.
Because it's also changing so fast. So I know you took a marketing class so you could hawk your new products flyer that you whipped up on Canva an hour ago and you need it to trend and go viral. That's not what this is. I'm the merchandise. My heart is the merchandise. So people don't think about compromise much, right? If the brand is me, the totality of my mental health, heart, my spirit, my vulnerability, if I try to hawk that and it falls short, all that's left is humiliation, desperateness, forever, online, on the internet, you know, forever. That's not what this is. I'm leaving a record of this time here. And I'll get successful, and my daughter can look back at it when she's older, a teenager, adult, and feel like, I wonder what his first videos were like. And she'll see this. That's what this is for. It's also for me, for when I have dementia, I can look back. I've been thinking, what's my audience? Okay, here's something you might not know. Well, going back to like you giving me advice on how to get likes. What for? Like on Instagram, like where's the value in that? We're going for something that has value now. Now that I've proven to you and myself that I can do this, we can do this. What are likes worth? Nothing. YouTube has monetary value. Okay, so we're gonna focus our efforts here. And so what is required? Well, I need an audience. Okay. There is a void in middle-aged content creators. So this is one thing we're looking at here. So this can continue, but it needs to have an angle like post-midlife crisis guy, middle-aged crisis guy. You know what I mean? Like I need to find a niche, and whenever I do that, with guy gets compromised. You know, as soon as I'm trying to do something, this ends. So we're gonna keep doing this here now, and I'm gonna start a recovery channel, and we're gonna do all the things that succeed. You know, I'm not like trying to be super art nerd to the core. I'm just saying this here will be like a hub, and I'll make an effort to get followers and do all the tricks to get people to subscribe. I've said this before. One of my biggest life lessons that's prepared me for this was my music. And I fell short on music. I had so much potential. I did good, but I had so much more potential because I was an artist. I was born an artist. I was a singer-songwriter. But from the beginning, I didn't have discipline with big swaths of stuff. Like, and when I started, I was like, whatever, man, I'm arty, I'll do whatever I want. And I got, you know, eventually I would learn years later how to make that good. But it would have been real beneficial to like learn how to play Beatles songs from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I would have had so much more language to deliver it through. So with this, I do want to learn YouTube and the algorithms and the tricks and all that shit. I just can't do it here. So that's the plan. As far as social media is not good for YouTube. You know what I mean? People are, and I could show you clips of successful YouTubers saying that. So it's not like I'm just making that up. So some other ideas are, I think the eggplant scrolling is something that could do something. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I could get subs and likes if I did like culture war content. You know what I'm saying? It might be one of the last years for someone like me to get any success off YouTube. Because the AI avatars, dude, if you guys had any idea what is happening right now and what is coming down the pipe, it is bad. There are so many Gen Z kids in their rooms right now creating bots that are creating channels. And it's just happening exponentially on a level that you can't imagine. Like if you go to YouTube Shorts, like open your Shorts right now. Anytime you see a black borderline, you know, and it's just any celebrity, any content, anything that they've grabbed off the internet and put some captions on, or any AI content now, that's just, for me, easy to spot, but it's getting harder now. Everything is trash. Everything. So I don't want to do that. And I would rather die broke than do that. You know what I'm saying? So for real, like we're not doing that. So it needs to be, good. I'm okay with it not succeeding. I will try to succeed. I will do the things. I will do the templates. I will do the things, but I am okay if it doesn't go anywhere, you know what I mean? Because I'm not, like the whole creation of this was to give some sort of antithesis to all that. That's why I've been saying like we need to save the internet, you know? And again, I'm not trying to be like art nerd to the core. Like I want to succeed, but it has to be, I have to do it right because I'm the guy on the line. It's me. I'm the brand. I'm the merchandise. I'm, as you guys know, I'm fucking mentally, emotionally unstable. So like, I can't handle being humiliated on a global scale. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can slow crawl to this if need be. So anyway, yeah, dude, I could show you like, I need to fucking make shorts. I need to use this Opus clip and fucking have AI fucking slice. It's like, it's just so shitty, dude. It sucks. And we're not doing that. I'd rather be one of those fucking creators of art that like years after they die, they're like, whoa, this guy was pretty weird. Check this out. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that. God willing, you know? All right, let's talk about it. So I'm getting off social media, like for now. I might keep the light angled productions. Here's my biggest problem with social media right now is I spend too much time on it. It doesn't pay anything. It doesn't give me back anything. So why? Why would I do it? You know what I mean? You guys followed me here, so everyone else can stay there. Like it doesn't, you know, like I'm not deleting the account, but I can't be on there anymore. Like this is such a monumental waste of time. At this point, it was awesome, you know, but if people aren't willing to come over and like I made it clear where I was and what I was doing, right? So like I was just forcing it on everybody. You know, and I was given an opportunity to show people like, here's what happened to me, here's who I am. I don't want to stay stuck in that identity anymore. So there's a lot of factors going into it. It's mostly time and energy, though. And the fact is that friends and family do not help your YouTube channel, you know? So there's a few reasons for that. They'll click on it for a few seconds and get off. You know, they're in scroll mode. I don't want people coming from social media to my YouTube account because their attention span isn't ready for that. I want them to be in YouTube mode and then watch me. You know what I'm saying? Community engagement is another part of success. Like, that's why the comments and liking and subbing, like, one of my biggest disappointments with social media is people don't engage. People, it's partitioning off into creators and ingestors, right? And it used to not be like that. You need engagement for the creators to succeed. It has to happen, and I'm not getting any of that on social media. And again, you could say, well, you need to make the algorithm work for you, or you need to get likes. And it's like, what I'm doing is not appropriate for this medium, you know? So, yeah, I have to change a lot of stuff in order to succeed, but that's not my number one priority right now. My number one priority is making art, and that's what we're doing, and being honest, and sharing as much of me as I possibly can, and that is not easy. Each thing I say, I mean, this is something that I don't think, I'm not this guy, you know what I mean? Like, if you look back to my first video, like, it was hard for me. It's hard. It's all just been a process of like going a little bit further, you know? And then even after I posted, I'm like, you know, I'm getting more confident and comfortable, but you have to imagine, like, what if you said something that actually went everywhere? Could you stand behind what you've been doing, you know? And I don't know. Because I feel okay. I'm conflicted about talking about my daughter's mom and stepdad and the situation I'm in. On one hand, I think I will advocate for parental alienation awareness for the rest of my life. It is such a painful experience. And also, I know that, well, I shouldn't say their names. I know that they're good people. They're just fucked up like everybody else. I think that, I can step back and see all that. So, but ultimately I do stand by what I've done, you know, but it's not easy. That's what I'm saying. It's, you know, now that I'm on YouTube, it's public. Like, I'm out there. So, I'll be honest, dude. I think I'd be a really good content creator, honestly. Just like I knew I would be a good musician. You know, if I would have got started sooner with what I did and corrected a few shortcomings, like marketing myself, I was born to do that. Because I take it serious, dude. Like now, you know, like I treat it seriously. And so, yeah, I would love to have all day to do it, but I don't. I'm a manual laborer, and the reason I reference that a lot is so that you know who I am, and you can maybe picture what it's like for a guy who's 47 years old, who moves wheelbarrows of gravel all day, and then comes home, does a yoga nidra to get some replenished rest, and then stays up till midnight working on his videos. So, with that, I best get to editing. I love you guys. Stay tuned. And please, by all means, share it, because this is special and it won't last forever. Bye.
In closing, we'd like to thank everyone who watches and let you know that we see your suggestions as a compliment, as you believe it is good enough to be out there.
So I'm trying to salvage this oak tree right here because it's a really good bonsai specimen. But since this oak has been getting topped over and over again for who knows how long, that's what bonsai people want. So can you get a little shot inside here? Like, look how deep those roots are for this little tiny nub. And the soil came up to here. So We'll see. We'll do an update in 30 years and see what it looks like.
Thanks again from Guy, from With Guy, and Light Angled Productions.